Hey guys, it is Flossy Friday, and today is February 7th, because I can't remember days, and I caught, well actually he was hanging out with me on the couch, but I got Potter to have him in the beginning of this video. He's not going to last very long. I hope that everyone had a fantastic week. He just looks so out of it. We've had an interesting schedule this week. Go ahead. We've had an interesting schedule this week because I was out of town last weekend, and whenever I got back, I was just like really tired. And so got to hang out with him. Monday, I had my Quilt Guild meeting and got home really late. Tuesday, I had the gym. Wednesday, you would have thought whenever I left to go to work, he was about to be murdered. He was so upset and crying because he didn't want me to leave. And so I hung out with him Wednesday evening, Thursday, gym day, all the things. So anyways, he's good. He's just salty because I don't get to stay home 24 hours with him. But that's just the way life works, right? So, small update on me. My trip this last weekend to Austin was fantastic. I did get sick again. So just super quick recap on everything that's happened since New Year's Eve as quick as possible. I went Wednesday back to my doctor. I finally got to see my doctor. She was back in the country, which was phenomenal. But so she thinks that I got misdiagnosed at the beginning of the year. She thinks that it was worse than just decongestion that wouldn't go away, or drainage that wouldn't go away. So she thinks that I wasn't treated for what I really had, which is why I got sick the second time. But I kind of sabotaged the second time because I used Afrin, and you aren't supposed to use that more than a day or two, and I used it for about 3 to 4. So basically my body stopped draining because it wanted more Afrin. So anyways, the really strong antibiotic that I was on that ended at the beginning of last week, because of the Afrin, it didn't fully knock everything out. And so I am on some other things this week, and I'm very hopeful. So that's where I'm at. Otherwise, though, like, it's slowly starting to get better. So we'll see what happens throughout the weekend. I'm very hopeful, though. But we have so much to show and talk about. It's ridiculous. I think. I don't know. I say that we don't have a lot to talk about, and I make 30-minute long videos, and I say that I have a lot to talk about, and I make 7-minute long videos. So who the flip knows anymore? Because I apparently don't even know. That's one thing. Where's the other thing? Oh my gosh. So I'm also still fully in agreement that I don't have all my marbles anymore. They've like rolled away somewhere. So just been very forgetful. I don't know if it's because I've been sick or if I truly am slowly losing my mind. So I have 3 finishes this week, which is crazy. And they aren't all the things that I thought that I would finish, because Mrs. Scissors is not done. I know. She is my priority this weekend, though, and I think we're going to make it happen this weekend. So let's talk about Mrs. Scissors first, because one, she's right here in front of me. So this is how much I got finished. So I think I just finished her dress and stuff and needed to move the hoop over at the end of last week. So I've started outlining this flower. So that needs to go all the way up, but I'm almost done. You know, I still have some blue over here, but that's going to go quickly. I have the small pair of scissors. and then the top scissors. So I'm closing in. I'm proud of myself. But I have these scissors, finish filling this blue in, the finish of this flower, and then the top of those scissors. But honestly, I'm going to work on it tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'm going to work on it this weekend. Anytime that I'm working on stitching, I'm going to be working on her. So I think I should be able to get her done. If not this weekend, this week. So she's my priority this weekend. And whenever she's done, I have been thinking about getting Eleanor Rigby out and just starting it and finishing it and having my April piece checked off. And I really do want to do that, but I kind of want to touch on some of my later in the year projects, because my last 3 for the year are Christmas rules, Halloween rules, and fruit of the month. So I want to get one of those out and get like a rule or 2 knocked out or a fruit or 2 knocked out. So that may be the next focus after Miss Scissors is finished, is getting out fruit of the month or one of the sets of the rules and knocking out another rule or 2 or a fruit or 2, just to be in a better place coming towards the middle of the year, which I know it's only February, but I have March already ready, which you'll see in a second, but March is finished. Eleanor Rigby is for April, and then my mystery project actually is for May. So I have a whole month and a half to do Eleanor Rigby, so I'm not worried about it. I feel in a good place on the first half of the year, so it's kind of where I'm at. Because June, for the last couple of years, I've done, instead of doing Stitch Mania in May, I do Haid Mania, and I work solely on my Haid, except for an embroidery bee because she's just too much to bring. I have 3 exceptions: embroidery bee, my Tall Pines meeting, which is my Quilt Guild meeting, and work at lunch. I'm not going to tote a Haid to lunch. I'm not going to tote a Haid to embroidery bee because I wouldn't be able to spread out the 87 colors per page, and same thing at my meeting. So I work on smaller things at my meetings and on my lunch breaks at work. So aside from those 3 exceptions, I work on my Haid. So my goal for June is to have another full page finish. Now, I'm close to finishing a page already, so I'm going to focus on finishing that month, and then work some more on an all black page and start another page. So that's the first half of the year. I mean, we're closing in on having the first half in a really good spot. So I need to start throwing in some of the end of the year pieces as well. So that way, like I said, I don't want to be scrambling. Also, market is coming up. I know that there are at least 4 things that I have my eye on. Nikki Creations has a really cute exclusive kit called Kitty Cat, and it comes with a thread organizer frame for this really cute kitty pattern, and then Tea Girl I think is so super 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 cute. Then there's 2 With Thy Needles that, by the close up tiny little sneak peeks, I'm very interested in seeing the full picture, and Moonshine from Silver Creek Samplers. I absolutely think it's gorgeous and adorable, and I would love another Silver Creek sampler. I haven't seen any leaks from Plum Street yet, or I know that Kathy has leaked a few sneak peeks for Hands On Design, and I know one is a patriotic piece, but until I see them, I'm just not really sure if it's something that like I want to get sooner or later. And then I'm really intrigued to see if Michelle Inc., is that it? The designer who did Quaker Gone Poe and Quaker Gone Haunted, I have both of those. I'm curious to see what she releases this year, to see if it's another like kind of like edgy Quaker, because that would be something that I might be interested in depending on what the topic or design look like. So I have a few in mind. I'm also debating on doing the Satsuma Street Alice in Wonderland Sal. It's really on my mind. Okay, so those are just my little segue. I'm going to get Miss T from Nika to go with Miss Scissor. So that's also happening in the next like week or so. So I'm trying not to go crazy. I'm also trying to be realistic. And I also have more in my stash that I could ever possibly stitch in my lifetime. And I have 39 whips. So it's not like I am lacking things to work on or stitch or start. So there's that too. So the next thing, and this has writing all over it. I heard about this designer from Emily C's last video. You should check her out, Eclectic Possessions. And it's Verbena Cross Stitch. And dear Lord. What I have right now is whenever you breathe in and it tickles the throat, you have to cough. And I'm trying not to cough so much. And so that is not helping either. And it feels like my ear is wanting to finally pop right now. And it's making weird sounds while I talk. So that's throwing me off. So, Verbena Cross Stitch on Facebook, the group is called, I'm pretty sure the group is called Verbena Cross Stitch, but I'm going to double check for you guys really fast. And trying not to get distracted by just things. Yes, Verbena Cross Stitch, Verbena Cross Stitch on Facebook. You have until February 14th. Okay, so you can go and join Irina's Facebook group, and there's a post on the group about her Sal. So she has patterns on Etsy, and in this Facebook group, she has documents of freebie patterns, and some of the freebies are amazing. Actually, they're all amazing, but some tickle my fancy a little bit more than others, and that's all I mean by that. But they're really, really cute. They're really awesome. There's a really nice, like, floss themed one. It's so adorable. But she has some freebies on the Facebook group. But there is a Sal. So if you join the Facebook group and you check out that post, you can go to her Etsy site and pick out any pattern that you want. This is by February 14th, by the way. You can pick out any pattern that you want on her Etsy site. She will send it to you so that way you can stitch it. The caveat is, because this is a Sal, the caveat is you have to post your progress photos in the group and your finish by May 31st, 2020. So, I picked Black Witch. So this is what she looks like. And I have a bunch of writing because I'm not going to leave her all done in 310. So I have my little notes of what colors I'm going to do where. So I'm doing the colors in a Fabrics by LJ, in teal agate, which again, anything Fabrics by LJ you can't get anymore. I'm sorry, but it's beautiful, so I'm going to use it. I have an orange that I dyed, and it's called Rachel's Orange Dream. I'm using a purple that I dyed called Tracy's Panda. I'm using DMC Pink Variegated number 48. another color that I dyed called Panda Food. It's this really awesome like green to neon yellow color. I have cat hair all over me now. I'm using a gray number 647 and obviously DMC 310. I'm stitching it on 18 count Ada from Pictures Plus in the color Jade, and this is on one of the little 1/8 cuts. But there's the purple and the green and the blue and the pink. So the only colors that I haven't used yet are the black and gray. But I started this yesterday, so Thursday at lunch, and I worked on it yesterday and today on my lunch break. So it's going by rather fast, which is nice. So there you go. So I just wanted to integrate some colors. So I'm keeping her all black and the outside border all black, and these little loops and the strings holding these little items. Those are all going to be black. Everything else is going to be one of the other colors that I just showed you. But this is Black Witch. So I'm posting photos on my Instagram and tagging Verbena cross stitch. Or on Instagram, it's Verbena CS. It might be .cs. I can't remember. It's one of those. But if you search for Verbena CS, you should find it. I'm putting on my Instagram and tagging her. And I'm also putting my progress photos on Facebook. So you should definitely join her group. Check out her patterns. Join the SAL. It is free. You just have to be finished by May 31st and post all of your progress photos and your finish to the group. So that's the caveat with that. So, and I don't think that's a really bad regulation. But she also, there's another pattern on her Etsy that I really want to get, and it's like $3. It's so beautiful, but her patterns are not costly either. So, really awesome and affordable cross stitch for sure, and just beautiful. And everybody in the group is doing, like, you have a floss color list, but a lot of people are changing up the colors, and so it's really fun to see like all the different fabrics everyone's using, the different colors that people are using, because a lot of us are choosing some of the same charts, so it's really fun to see what everybody's doing with that. Okay, I have 3 finishes. We'll start with the first one. And I wanted to have this FFO'd for this video, but this week, like I said, it's been a little crazy. So, and the weather was like, honestly, like really bad. It actually snowed in Texas, not where I'm at this week, but the other day it did snow in Texas. So we had possibilities of snow. So it's been a little cold. So I haven't been like hanging outside, and what I want to do to this, I want to burn it. I want to burn it down on the sides and put it in a floating frame. So, I want to do that outside. I'm not going to do it inside my house. I want to be on my back patio. So it'll probably get done this week, and I'll show you next week. But Be Inspired is done. Thank the Lord. So here we go. I'm so glad that this is done. It's beautiful. This is on a 16 count piece of Pictures Plus in Mesa. It's very beautiful. Absolutely love it. I started this back in 2017. So it is now done. And this is my piece for March. So it'll be really exciting. I'll have it FFO'd. Beautiful. I'm so glad to have that done. All right. Another thing that I started and finished this week is Aussie Friends by Sassy Jack Stitchery. And this was also a freebie. It's floating around on Instagram and Facebook. Snag the pattern. People posted it in Stitch Mania. It was posted all over Instagram. last month. It was posted in Sassy Jack's Facebook group. It's a lot of places, but it's by Sassy Jack's Stitchery. It's called Aussie Friends. This is a 14 count. I'm going to say it's just like a regular piece of like Zweigart Ada or something, but it's fully, this was given to me. This is one of the mystery pieces of fabric that has been given to me over the years from multiple people from the from my quilt guild. So I'm not 100% for sure, but it is an Ada. It is 14 count. But this freebie, whenever you finish it, if you put it on Facebook, Instagram, and or email it back to Sassy Jacks whenever you're done stitching it. It doesn't have to be FFO'd. You just have to be done stitching it. Sassy Jacks is donating money to the bushfires in Australia. I think there's 2 organizations that they're donating to. And that's through February, I believe. It's either the end of February or middle of February. I honestly can't remember. All the information was on the pattern, and I threw it out whenever I finished the other day. So I don't fully remember, but the pattern is attached to all the information about where the money's being donated and how long you have to finish this for a donation to be made. So super, super cute. Just a simple, I cannot hold this, simple 14 count Ada in like a light chocolatey brown color. All the called for threads, they're all DMC. Very simple. Love it. And so that is finish number 7 for the year. We do have one more finish though. So I'm up to 8 finishes this year, which is, just saying that out loud sounds insane, but it is very true. This is my St. Patrick's Day hoopla. It is finished. So this whole series is done. I need to do some FFOing. Probably going to do some FFOing next weekend while Heather is here, because like I said last week, I'm really excited Heather is coming to visit, and even if she stitches in the corner and I'm just FFOing, for me it's more fun FFOing with company. It just is, in my opinion, because FFOing feels like crafting to me. Stitching I can do with or without friends, right? But crafting for me has most of the time, majority of my life, always been with a group, collaborating, helping each other, like coming up with other ways to like do something. And so I personally just prefer to craft or FFO with company. It's just what I prefer. Life doesn't always work that way, but I have a lot of things to FFO, and I'm sure Heather will love to hang out with me while I FFO some things, and or hopefully give me some advice for FFOing some things. Because that's the other thing. I sometimes don't know how I want to finish something, and I don't want to make everything a flat fold or everything framed or everything into a little pillow. And she, if you aren't following her, she's the Blessed Stitcher on Instagram, and she's on YouTube as Heather M or Heather Moore, one of the two. I can never remember because I'm a horrible person. But no, I don't have memory, a very good one, and she knows that, so she'll forgive me. But anyways, she finishes stuff in really unique, creative ways. And so anyways, this is done. I did change up some of the colors for greens that I had. The brighter, weird one is the green that I just showed you them to use in Black Witch. And I subbed out the little basket for Gold Krynic to kind of be like the gold at the pot of the rainbow kind of a thing. I just thought it'd be really fun. The thing that I will tell you is that these little overwon shamrocks will be the death of me. I got through them though, but it was tough. Because also I'm an idiot. and I did them 2 over 1 because I'm a silly idiot person. It's okay. I think they look really good. I'm excited to get this whole series FFO'd. I think I have the Valentine's Day, the St. Patrick's, and the Snowman, so the Christmas one left to FFO. And honestly, guys, that is it. So, just to recap, 3 finishes this week, so tons to FFO. But 3 finishes this week, and Mrs. Scissors should get done this week. We're going to be working on Black Witch at work, and after Mrs. Scissors is done, we are going to move on to Fruit of the Month or Halloween or Christmas rules. Leave a comment down below which one you think I should work on. It's one of those 3. I need to work on one of those 3. So Halloween rules, Christmas rules, or fruit. Pick one. And help me out. Let me know what you think I should work on next. And then once I get a little bit done on one of those, I'll probably then start Eleanor Rigby. So maybe sometime the week after. I do have 2 fun things coming, but they might be here in like a week or 2. They are coming from Russia. No, it is not Mrs. Teapot. You can't buy her yet. They are from Al Forest. I got 2 kits from Al Forest because I couldn't help myself. I'm trying to be good, but I couldn't help myself. So I'm really excited for one of those come in. But yeah, I'm just trying to mix in getting some older stuff finished and still allowing myself to start new things and enjoy starting new things. And let me know, are you going to do the Satsuma Street Alice in Wonderland also? I know that it's charted in DMC, and you can buy the kit with the DMC and the fabric, or you can kit it up yourself, which is probably how I would do it. I don't know if I'm going to wait for, like, you have an idea of what the first one's going to be, but I don't know if I'm going to wait till the second one to see what I think, but I also don't know if it's going to be available after or in the middle of being releasing. I don't know if it's only available before it starts. I'm not sure. So, I'm debating because I'm just debating. Anyways, let me know if you're going to join that as well. I hope they all have a fantastic weekend and a great week next week, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye, guys.